state parties, Ambassador Benabassa, Your Excellency, President Museveni of the Republic of Uganda, the Honorable George Kinzanga, President of the Court, Your Excellency, President Kikwete of Tanzania, the Honorable Minister of Ocampo, Co-Secretary of the ICC, distinguished former Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Propiana, distinguished ministers, excellencies, NGO representatives, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by thanking President Museveni and the people of Uganda for organizing this historic gathering. Thank you as well for the warmth of your hospitality and welcome. I'm sure I speak for all in saying that we felt among friends as soon as we landed at Kampala. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 years ago, world leaders gathered in Rome to establish the International Criminal Court. A few could have believed then that this court would spring so vigorously into life, fully operational, investigating and trying war crimes and crimes against humanity across the bordering geography of countries. Seldom since the founding of the United Nations itself in 1945 has such a resounding blow been struck for peace, justice, and human rights. Today we come together for this first review conference of the Rome Statute. It is a chance not only to stake stock of our progress, but to build for the future. More, it is our occasion to strengthen our collective determination that crimes against humanity cannot go unpunished. The better to deter them in the future. I see this as a landmark in the history of international criminal justice. The old era of impunity is over. In its place, slowly but surely, we are witnessing the birth of a new age of accountability. It began many decades ago with the Nuremberg and Tokyo tribunals. It gained strength with the international criminal tribunals for Rwanda and the former Yugoslavia, as well as the so-called hybrid tribunals in Sierra Leone, Cambodia, and Lebanon. Now we have the ICC, permanent, imprisoning power, casting a long shadow. There is no going back. In this new age of accountability, those who commit the worst of human crimes will be held responsible. Whether they are rank and file foot soldiers or military commanders, whether they are lowly civil servants following orders or top political leaders, they will be held accountable. Here are the most of the names for those who have already been called. General Ante Gotovina, Jean-Paul Akayesu, or city mayor, Shinwan, and Radovan Karadzic, prominent political leaders, John Kambanda, a prime minister, Slobodan Milosevic, and Charles Taylor, heads of state. Not long ago, this would have been unimaginable. Today, it is the way of the future. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Kampala to build on this success, to help build this court into all that it can be and all that it must be. Let us do so by recognizing certain realities. First, if the ICC is to have the reach it should possess, if it is to become an effective deterrent as well as an avenue of justice, it must have universal support. Only then will perpetrators have no place to hide. I congratulate Bangladesh for ratifying the Rome Statute and becoming the 111th state parties. And I again urge all states that have not yet done so to become a party to the Rome Statute as soon as possible. Second, this court breaks a new ground on the rights of victims, including the rights of compensation. Rightly, it holds that justice is not only retributive, but restorative as well. Third, the ICC remains a court of last resort. It exercises jurisdiction only where national courts do not or cannot act themselves. This is important. States that are unwilling to investigate and prosecute perpetrators of war crimes do not enjoy impunity. No government or justice system that is complicit in international crimes can any longer shield the perpetrators from justice. Ladies and gentlemen, the debates of the coming week are likely to be wide-ranging and intense. The issues are difficult and often controversial. There are few easy questions. Perhaps the most contentious challenges we face is the balance between peace and justice. Yet frankly, I see it as a false choice. In today's conflicts, civilians have become the chief victims. Women, children, and the elderly are deliberately targeted. Armies or militias raid, maim, kill, and devastate towns, villages, crops, cattle, and water resources. All as a strategy of war. The more shocking the crime, the more effective it is as a weapon. Any victim would understandably yearn to stop such horrors, even at the cost of granting immunity to those who have wronged them. But this is a false choice. This is a truth at gunpoint, without dignity, justice, or hope for a better future. Yes, it may be true. Demanding criminal accountability at the wrong time can discourage warring parties from sitting down at the negotiating table. Yes, it may even perpetuate bloodshed. Even so, one thing is clear. The time has passed when we might speak of peace versus justice, or think of them as somehow opposed to each other. Between war and peace must first come something else: reconciliation, forgiveness, or mending of the social status. These are the handmaidens of peace and justice. We have no choice but to pursue them both, hand in hand. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent years, international criminal justice has emerged as a powerful voice against the epidemic of violence against women. In 1998, for the first time in international criminal law, the Rwanda Tribunal, there was a definition of rape as a crime against humanity. The Special Court for Sierra Leone convicted 3 members of the Revolutionary United Front for sexual enslavement. Right now, at the ICC, alleged perpetrators of rape and sexual slavery in the Democratic Republic of the Congo face war crimes charges. This jurisprudence sends a strong and necessary signal. It is up to you to make sure that message continues to be heard. Indeed, it is time to turn up the volumes. It is actually the mandate given to me by the Security Council. I recently appointed Ms. Margot Wallström as my special representative on sexual violence in country. She is a forceful advocate, and I count on her to use her position to the fullest. I urge the court to continue treating this issue as one of its top priorities. ladies and gentlemen, we have all heard at least one criticism of this court, that it is selective, that African nations are too frequently the focus of this work, that grave crimes elsewhere escape such scrutiny. As I see it, however, these criticisms are both unfair and inaccurate. As a matter of actual accuracy, yes, all of the ongoing cases before the court relate to Africa. That said, most of these situations were referred to the prosecutor by the governments concerned. Correctly, they see the court as a help to them, not a threat to them. In the case of Darfur, I might add, the referendum was a decision of the Security Council. Only regarding the situation in Kenya did the prosecutor Moreno Ocampo take the initiative to request an authorization from the court to formally investigate. The merits of each case warrant no less. The court is meant to follow the evidence. I'm sure, even as it saddens me to say this, that the evidence will take the court beyond Africa sooner rather than later. There is a broader point as well. In all these cases, African society is sharing. Today, the court is where we all should be firmly on the side of the victims. The presence today of so many African NGOs is a clear expression of support for the ICC by Africa's people and civil society. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me close on a note of high praise. We are here today not because of the immense contribution of civil society. These globally minded civil action organizations were among the originators of the very idea of a permanent international criminal court. Many joined in a common cause, the coalition for the ICC, and campaigned far and wide in the run-up to war. Ever since, they have been instrumental in promoting the ICC and pushing world leaders to embrace it. That this court exists is a testament to their vision and tenacity and determination and their sense of justice and humanity. Many are here today, coming to Kampala from all corners of the earth. To them I say, thank you very much. None of us would be here without you. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, the decisions will be felt around the world. Wherever there is injustice, wherever people live in fear, let us remember the mothers of Srebrenica and the orphans of Sierra Leone, the killing fields of Cambodia and Uganda. So many terrible names, so many haunted places. Long ago we said, never again. That is why this court exists. That is why we are here. That is what we have all worked so hard to achieve. The Rome Statute represents the best that is in us, our most noble instinct, the instinct for peace and justice. We pay tribute to my predecessor, Kofi Annan, for speaking so often and so strongly for the court's creation. We applaud all those who have signed the Rome Statute, and we welcome those who have not yet done so but are with us today. In this regard, let us especially welcome the United States and the new spirit of re-engagement of President Barack Obama. In 1998, we made Rome a byword for international criminal justice. Let us now write Kampala in that illustrious history as well. Let it be known as a place where the international community coming together in concert close the door on the era of impunity and acting in concert ushered the new age of accountability. Thank you very much.